Where we left off in episode 3, we were camping at Icewater Springs Shelter just beyond Newfound Gap in the Smokies. This morning at breakfast time, we would enjoy a spectacular sunrise. Just look how gorgeous. After watching the sun come up and packing up all our stuff, we headed to Charlie's Bunyan, which in my opinion was the best view of the whole AT. We have made it to the part I keep hearing about, Charlie's Bunyan. Closely control your child. Gonna be a spectacular view from here.
You have to control me, honey.
I'm gonna have to control ya.
Yep.
Fuck.
Holy.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
popular place.
Damn, there's some people up there.
Folks already there.
Wow. Damn. Wonder if we can see that's kind of a southwestern view. Where we kind of came from, but Charlie's Bunyan is not disappointing. Wow. So pretty. Looks like smoke, but I guess it's just clouds. Yeah. Turning the corner. There's even more to see around the corner here of this big old rock. Look at this. Damn. Wow. You know, the Smokies feels so different from any other part of the AT we've lashed through or hiked through at all, because it's just so much higher, and therefore, you know, the whole environment is different. It's a lot more like kind of hiking through the Pacific Northwest or some other part of the country, and it's very, very cool. Even this time of year with all the foliage in the way part of the time, you get these spectacular views here and there that just are better than, I think, anywhere else that I have seen so far on the trail. Of course, I haven't done like the Whites and Katahdin yet, but damn, isn't this just beautiful? It's just beautiful. I gotta say, I really hate it when day hikers just sit on a primo spot and watch people who are clearly long distance hiking coming up and hanging around for a while, wanting to get a piece of that view, and they do not move their asses. It's very rude. If you're a day hiker, please do not do this. Thank you. And how nice it breezes.
Yeah, so me and Sarah walking on or Troubadour rather, walking on a ridge line. It's dropping off on both sides here. It feels like kind of a land bridge. And there she goes. That's what I've been seeing these past several days. It's been great. She's very happy. More views up there. Alright, I'm gonna go follow her now.
Hi.
Hey.
Now I've got the camera again, and I'm gonna run ahead on this flattish part and capture Scott. Without falling off the side of this mountain. I suppose I should collect my books and go back to school. I'll borrow my daddy's car and make a living out of playing pool. or find myself a rock and roll band that needs a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from home just to save you from being alone. You stole my heart, and that's a pain I can do without. I said, hoo, 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 hoo. We're gonna have a lot of footage from this section, I believe. He's like, every corner I turn around, I'm like, ooh, look at that. Okay, I'm running out of storage, and we still have like a little under a week left to go, so I don't want to do this too much, but this is just another of many spectacular views we have walked past on ridge lines. Up here in the Smokies from Ice Water Shelter to Tri-Corner Knob today. We're almost to Peck's Shelter for lunch. Got blueberry bushes all over the ground here and conifer covered Smoky Mountains all along the side of us. And it's just lovely. That's all. Tonight we are having chicken ramen with a little mashed potato powder in there to make it all creamy and buttery, and some melted cheese. Mmm.
Glad we're in here.
I'm glad we're in here too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I already have our bags hung and
Yeah. You're gonna get filled up with water a little bit though.
I know. We'll probably be a little wet. Even with the back covers on them. Because here in the Smokies it's recommended to hang your whole backpack, not just your on the bear cables. Woo! Here we are. Tri-Corner Knob Shelter. Tomorrow we hike to Davenport Gap Shelter. It's at 15 miles downhill in probably wet rain, which could be dangerous. It's definitely gonna suck. But after that, we get to stay in a travel trailer of a friend we met named Stripper, Julie, for a very reasonable price because she's awesome like that. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, this lush moss. I'm gonna miss it. We have a new buddy. Do you mind being on video?
No, I'm good.
He says his trail name is No One, so that we can say we saw no one on trail. But to us, he's someone. Tramily changes up. We probably won't see Tool Time again. He got shuttled way ahead of us because of camping closures. But that's okay. We'll keep up with him on the internets. Hiking out of, let's see, what was that shelter last night? Brain dead. What was that shelter last night? No one? Tri-Corner. Yes, it rained heavily. And it's supposed to rain on us again today. Thunderstorm. Starting later in the afternoon, so we're hoping we can make it almost there before we get dumped on. One cool thing about Tool Time being a few days ahead is that as we were heading northbound, occasionally southbounders would see my instrument and Scott's kilt, and they'd say, "Are you troubadour?" And I'd say, "Yeah." And they'd say, "Tool Time says hey." And that was pretty cool. It was almost like he was still with us in a way. So even though I missed him, there was that. beautiful. There's a lot of these little cascades this morning going down the mountain.
Lots of blackberries.
Yeah? Ripe ones?
No.
Yeah, they're usually not ripe up here yet.
They're all underripe.
In this elevation. They were ripe down by the NOC. They haven't really been ripe since we came up from that climb.
Wow.
That's gorgeous.
Which way are we looking? Are we looking west
I
here?
could check my compass. Let me see. Compass says that is northwest. Northwest view, yeah. So
Northwest, so Tennessee.
not the direction we've come. The direction we're kind of going.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this would have been a great tent spot. Yeah, it's got a little firing, so other people have definitely had the same idea. A little trail to go potty right down through there. Nice. This is the sign that greeted us at Cosby Knob Shelter, which we knew about and were prepared to have a very long day continuing on down the hill in thunderstorms soon to Davenport Gap Shelter. On the way, we saw this very creepy tree. I want no trouble, tree. Just let us pass. Please. After getting dumped on and almost struck by lightning, this veritable chain-link dungeon was our accommodations for the evening. Davenport Gap Shelter. The last one in the Smokies and also the most sketchy one. It has a fenced and gated front side because of the active bears in this area. Fireplace. Hung my instrument and our rain jackets up. We got dunked on and thunder and lightning. And you get a blister and your blister heals, but then you get a new blister under your healed blister. It's pretty sexy. And here's the momentous occasion where we made it out of the Smokies and returned that last portion of our permit. Okay, this is Davenport Gap. We made it out of the Smokies. Woo! We are all three Smokies thru hikers. We thru hiked the Smokies. And now we are headed to Standing Bear to wash our filthy selves and clothes and get some cold beverages and pizza. Yay! All right, let's go. All right. Pretty. Very pretty. Nice. We're hiking along a lot of these little falls and streams that may be leading to the Pigeon River, and y'all don't know how badly I want to lay down in that little part and take a bath. So badly. But hopefully we're headed to a real shower.
Okay, jump that out. That'd be a nice bathing pool down there.
Yeah. So nice. Sure would. And this here's the Pigeon River. I think that's how you pronounce it. I fell down and landed right in some poison ivy as we came out onto this highway here. But it was alright because we were soon to get to Standing Bear where I would wash off real good. No itchiness. We made it to Standing Bear. I made it from the bottom of North Carolina, through the NOC, through Fontana Dam, through the Smokies, to Standing Bear Hostel. We're having a celebratory 250 PBR at the fire pit of Standing Bear Hostel. There's the hangout spot, and there's where I'm going to do my laundry across the bridge from the shower house. Scott and I were pretty exhausted at this point, so after laundry and showers and eating, we just laid around on this bench for a huge chunk of our day. We parted ways with no one and then got picked up by Stripper, who took us to her lovely travel trailer for the night. The next day we would do Max Patch. This is Julie, aka Stripper's backyard. She and her husband gave us whiskey and marshmallows. So here's what's going on. We got picked up from Standing Bear by Julie, aka Stripper, who has been like a guardian angel. When we needed a ride back to the Klingman's Dome parking lot after Gatlinburg, and again when we needed a ride from Standing Bear to her place to stay in her wonderful travel trailer with a gorgeous view. They fed us whiskey and marshmallows, made a nice fire, charged us only $40 for the both of us to stay in there, and about another $40 for all the shuttle rides that she gave us all together. $80 total to be picked up, taken to her trailer, spend a night in the trailer, and then dropped off in Hot Springs, where we got our car and drove ourselves to Max Patch Road to hook up with the Appalachian Trail. And we're going to use the Laughing Heart Hostel a couple nights early as a base camp to do some day hike mileage on the Appalachian Trail for the next couple days, because I am very heavily in my well, let's just say Aunt Flo came to visit and she's heavy and she's hurting me, and I didn't have 2 days and a night of schlepping through the forest with her in me. So, but unlike what we planned, just to end our hike at Laughing Heart and just hang out in Hot Springs, we're gonna do some day hiking because I want some more miles under my belt. And we are working our way up to Max Patch now. And I can't keep talking and climb up these stairs. I gotta turn this off. But that's what's up. Ooh, pretty.
Yeah. Habitat restoration area. Hey, there's that plant that grows all over the pasture. It might. Although you're taking them at 1080p, so.
With the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. Oh, My heart wants to sing every song it hears. To laugh like a brook as it drips and falls over stones on its way, on its way. So this here is Hawk the Viking. He was pretty awesome. When we asked him if he was a volunteer trail maintainer, he took one look at the wandering Scot and proclaimed, "I come here to see men in kilts." He then told us a story about how he sometimes wears a kilt, that he took off the body of a Scotsman he murdered after a dispute about the gods. So that's Hawk the Viking for you. Here comes a pretty tunnel. This has been an enchanting little tunnel. One of the prettiest rhododendron tunnels I've ever been through. We're about to get spit out into some bright sun. It's supposed to be 90 degrees today. Yet another great reason to do shorter day hikes. Just came across this gorgeous little hidden away waterfall and stream off the side of the trail by a stealth site. It's a beautiful little tiny piece of paradise. So this here is Roaring Fork Shelter. Lovely. Got a little gutter. And the most interesting thing, it also has a privy over there, which I'll show you in a minute. But the most interesting thing is that it has a mailbox. And then this dude, every shelter we've stayed at, I've seen his drawing. Every shelter since just about the bottom of North Carolina, I have seen this like turkey type drawing with a bone sticking out. So that dude, he made it at least this far. I don't know what that mailbox is for. That's kind of neat. Bare cables right there to hang your food bag. Very nice. Fire pit. And over here to the right of the shelter, as you're standing in front of it looking at it, is a privy. And there are some spots that could be decent tent sites. Let's see how this privy measures up. You know we're in North Carolina because there's privies. In the Tennessee parts, there are not privies. Decent, not smelly, no bugs. Love it. I'm going to use it. We just came upon this massive tree that has broken off and is now a massive log that you can almost climb over and maybe see the waterfalls over the side of the mountain we're here in, but I don't really want to risk it. I don't know how stable this thing is. It's massive and dead. Oh, wow.
Yep. Dead, but it's gonna become new life.
Put your arms around it for more reference, or as far as you can.
It's gonna become new life someday.
Yeah.
It's already becoming new life.
Crazy, yeah, new life springing forth from it.
There's grubs in there.
Some old ass reishi mushroom.
Mushrooms.
Dang.
Decomposing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, much to my surprise and delight, I met Jennifer Farr Davis, doing trail maintenance. Her book, Becoming Odessa, helped inspire me to start hiking this trail. It was awesome to meet her. She was super friendly, and I only wish I had thought to interview her. Oh well. All right, so we are at the Laughing Heart Hostel Here's the same quote later in the daylight. Go out in the woods. Go out. If you don't go out in the woods, nothing will ever happen, and your life will never begin. There's lightning bugs all around, so we are heating up some water here to have some tea and go sit on the porch with the lightning bugs. Here's what you see when you walk in. Nice kitchen over here. Hikers get full use. We just have to wash our dishes. Got all the hiker yearbooks up. There's lots of rooms in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're in room 6. Ta-da! It's very comfy, very cozy. Got our stuff all over the place. We have a nice hiker box, loaner clothes, laundry, 3 bathrooms with showers. This is the bunk room, but no one's in the bunk room right now. It's mostly people taking full rooms for $50 instead of a bunk for $30. But it's cool. It's got a big TV. Nice place. Lots of Appalachian Trail paraphernalia and artwork around. It's just a real nice place. We've got the whole mural going on, just like all the other ones by that same artist. It's lovely. And that's Hot Springs. And all the bathrooms pretty much look like this. A little mirror, sink, shelf, shower, toilet. It's very nice. That night I played my drumstick on yet another Appalachian Trail porch. The next day we headed southbound as far as we had made it northbound the day before. This plaque from the 80s is the first thing you see when you come into Hot Springs northbound, and I think it's really cool. That day we saw some gravestones, just out in the middle of the forest, on our way up the mountain southbound. When we came back, we walked down the stairs, into Hot Springs, down the street, where these beautiful markings are on the sidewalk, had some delicious milkshakes from the Hillbilly Market, which is just around the corner from this triangle market on the main street. Mine was a banana pina colada with real fruit. These were delicious. This here is the Laughing Heart Lodge, owned by the same folks who run the hostel. And this is the beautiful French Broad River, a cute little brewery, and a quaint little red bridge over the Spring Creek. That evening, the folks who run the hostel and lodge fed us all free cheeseburgers and hot dogs in the backyard. This lady back here is Beast Mode. She is from New York. She is also a mother of 2 and a fellow lady lasher who had come all the way from Springer Mountain in Georgia to this point and was going to spend the day here the next day and then fly home to New York. Our 2021 long-ass section hiking adventure was officially at its end. But before driving home, we decided to grab some coffee in this little coffee shop and art gallery called Artisan, where the A in Artisan is the Appalachian Trail symbol. Hot Springs is a very cool Appalachian Trail town, and you should check it out when you get the chance. Thanks so much for following along with our adventure, and we will see you in the next one. Well, I am climbing high mountains, trying to get home.